Okay, good morning, everyone. In today's lecture, we'll start with a new topic, maxima and minima.
Yes, correct. If you are presentable, you can turn on your video as well.
So we'll talk about a graph first of all. So I have x-axis, I have y-axis, and I've graphed a function which is in the manner.
Okay.
Like this. So now my question is, I have this point A and this point B.
All
This
your
is
group
C
members are here.
and this is D.
So we can
What are
start,
the
right?
maxima
Let me just start recording. Then you can.
and minima? So can you tell me which are maxima, which are minima here? Or there is just
Yes,
one?
Yes, we can start.
Yes, which is maxima?
so A and C are maxima and B and D are minima.
A and C are maxima,
Excuse
B and D are minima.
me. My visibility is not.
How can you have two maximum points? My next question. Maximum can be one. I mean, it has to be one because that is the greatest.
Sir, they are local maxima.
They are local maxima, exactly. So these are local maximas and local minima. Now, around this point A, when I look at the x, this is 0 over here. This may be some point, say 2. So, at the points nearby 0, you have all the values of f of x less than the value at A. Even at C, you have the same thing. At the point B, I can see that it is the smallest value in the neighborhood of this point, even at D. So there are two concepts, local maxima, local minima, global maxima, global maxima, global minima. So these things, I can say that yes, it is one. So when I talk about global maxima, it will be C, and global minima, that will be D. So what I can do is actually I can find the maximas, all the local maximas, and from the locals I can take one of the greatest value, and that I can declare that yes, it is global maxima, global minimum. Fine. One more thing there, what you have seen in your 12th standard, saddle point. Can anyone define what is saddle point if you have read somewhere? Okay, so I'll show you this graph here.
Sir, your presentation has stopped.
Yes, I have done it. So now, as you can see this graph, so there is a red point there, and you can see that if you go horizontally like this, I mean, from the, so consider this vertical as the z-axis, this horizontal as the y-axis, and whatever is perpendicular. So to both of them, at -1, you can see there is a horizontal line going backwards. So that I will consider that as x-axis. So if I talk about along the x-axis for this red point, so I will have increasing there. So that red point will become minimum. Do you agree here? And if I look along the just a minute. So if I look along this y-axis, so that will become the maximum. So you just have to figure out two directions. In one direction, that red point is minimum, and in one direction, that red point is having maximum value. So that's why this point cannot be called neither the maxima nor the minimum, because along some direction it is having maximum, and in some direction it is having minimum. So I hope you have got the point, what we mean by this. Saddle. Now, so what I will do is we'll start with some of the basic definitions, and then we'll talk about the method, how to find those things. First of all, a function z is equal to f of xy is said to have maxima, is said to have maximum for x is equal to a, comma, y is equal to b. If f of a b is greater than the value of the function, then the value of function for every other pair x comma y in neighborhood of AB. This is the basic definition. I mean, similar I can write down for the minimum. So we will have, I'll say that the function f of xy is minimum for x is equal to a, x equal to b, if f of ab is smallest in neighborhood of ab, in neighborhood of ab. Okay, so this is the basic definition. I mean, we say that the function is having maximum and function is having minimum. But what actually we use is another definition, which is of the stationary point. Stationary point. Please note this definition down, even if you haven't written the previous one. This is important. A function f of x comma y is said to be stationary. Stationary at a comma b, or f of a comma b okay, and ab if f suffix x of ab is equal to 0, comma, f suffix y of ab equal to 0. What will the suffix mean? Anyone?
A partial derivative.
So partial derivative of the function f with respect to x at the point a b is 0, as well as the partial derivative of f with respect to y at a b is 0. So if this condition holds, then I will say that the function f of x y is stationary at the point a b. Another definition is extreme value. Extreme value. A maximum and minimum value of a function called the extreme value. Fine. So the first definition is of stationary point, which says that the point a comma b is stationary if at that point both the partial derivatives becomes 0. Next point is definition is the extreme value. So whatever the maximum and minimum value you get, that value is called the maximum extreme value. So there is a very important theorem which helps us to make a proper method to find out the points at which you will have extreme value. So the theorem is like this. Every extreme value, or I'll talk in terms of, okay, every extreme value is a stationary value. And converse may not be true. Converse may not be true. So in other words, I want to state here, every maxima or minima is stationary. Simple word. So one way this is true. I mean, if at some point you have an extreme value, then that point has to be stationary. But the next statement says converse may not be true, which means that if at some point, if some point is stationary, then it may or may not give you the maxima or minima. For a simple example, we just talked about the stationary point, oh sorry, saddle point. So at saddle point, we have seen that it is neither maxima nor minima, but a saddle point will always be stationary. Okay, that thing we will see later. So I just have one question now. If I want to find the points at which we will have extreme value, what can be the procedure? So to find points of maxima or minima, can you identify the procedure as you have understood the theorem? Yes, anyone?
So we'll find the derivative.
Now we will find the derivatives with respect to x at AB. So we need to find AB. So we'll have fx is equal to 0. I'll have fy equal to 0. So if I have the function z is equal to f of x comma y, then what I'm going to do, I'll take the derivative with respect to x equated to 0. I'll take the derivative with respect to y equated to 0. I'll solve these two equations to find a comma b. A comma b. So in procedure to find AB, I may get 3 points, x1, y1, x2, y2, and x3, y3. So once we have this x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3, what we have to do is we will check another condition by which I can identify whether this is maxima or this is minima or it is saddle. So this categorization we need to check. But what is the first procedure to find out the stationary points? So you take the derivative with respect to x, derivative with respect to y, solve those equations to find the values of x and y. So let's come out again with the procedure and the method. Example 1, sorry, step 1. Let z is equal to f of x comma y. Step 1. Consider zx equal to 0, zy equal to 0. Step 2. Solve zx equal to 0 and zy equal to 0 to find values of x and y. So say what we have got is x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. These will be called the stationary points. Stationary points. What is our task now? I want to identify whether those are maximum values, those are minimum values, or those are saddle points. So third one, to find or identify maxima, minima, to find or identify to identify maxima or minima. Refer the chart. So there are two cases here, three cases actually. So before I start with the chart, let r is equal to d by 2 z by d by x square. S is equal to d by 2f by d by x d by y. T is equal to d by 2f by d by t square. Now, so we'll have three cases. Z is equal to f of xy. RT minus s square. RT minus s square at a comma b is greater than 0, or we will have RT minus s square less than 0. So if RT minus S square is greater than 0, then we will have the condition it is maxima or minima. Okay, so our first task is going to be you check out RT minus S square at a given point. So if it becomes greater than 0, then it will have extreme value. If it is less than 0, then saddle.
Havish and True. Havish
Or
are there?
and in this case, once I have declared that is extreme value, then I will look at R. So if R becomes greater than 0 at that point A comma B, if R at A comma B becomes greater than 0, if R at A comma B becomes less than 0. So if R at AB becomes greater than 0, then it is minimum or minima. If R becomes less than 0, then it is maximum.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So once we get the points, we need to look at these conditions and declare maxima, minima. You can take a screenshot of this so that I can go for examples of it.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, can you show the first graph that you draw in today's lecture for a minute?
Why?
Sir, just I need to check saddle point. Means I do not understand what is the saddle point exactly.
I'll see it in examples. I'll show you at the end. Let's not go to that. I will have to stop presenting and go there. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. We'll see it in after some time. Fine. Example number 1. Example. Find the maximum and minimum value of x cube plus 3x y square minus 3x square minus 3y square plus 4. So what are we given? We are given f of xy. What is f of xy? That is x cube plus 3xy square minus 3x square plus 3y square plus 4. So consider f suffix x. So that will be 3x square plus 3y square minus 6x equal to 0. What is fy here? So that is going to be 6x y minus 6y equal to 0. So to find the stationary point, solve 1 and 2. Solving 1 and 2. We get the stationary point.
Okay.
So I'll consider the second equation here. I'll take 6y common and in bracket what I get? X minus 1. This is equal to 0. So this will imply that y is equal to 0 or x equal to 1. So for y equal to 0, in equation 1, what we will get? 3x square minus 6x equal to 0, which means that 3x common, x minus 2. So this gives me x equal to 0 or x equal to 2. With this, for x equal to 1, in 1, what do we get? 3 plus 3y square minus 6 equal to 0, which will mean that y square is equal to 1, which means that y equal to plus minus 1. So the stationary points are, so stationary points are, so y equal to 0, x equal to 0. Y equal to 0, x equal to 2, that can be written as 2 comma 0. Then you have x equal to 1, y equal to 1. Then we have x equal to 1, y equal to minus 1. Now we need to look at the extreme values. So for extreme values, what we need r. What is r? Second derivative with respect to x. From equation number 1, I can get that it is 6x minus 6. S. What was S? Dab by 2f by dab by x dab by y. What I can do here is dab by dab by x of dab by f by dab by y. So you have f with respect to y, the second equation. Take the derivative with respect to x of it. So that is going to be 6y. Please check the calculations, because this is the point where you get confused while studying. T is nothing but second derivative with respect to y, and that will be 6x minus 6. Fine. So at each point, I need to get the value for this R, S, and T. So what we do is we'll make a table. Point 0, 0, 2, 0, 1, 1, and 1 minus 1. Then we'll find the value of R, S, and T. And here I will put the remark. So the value of R, RT minus S square is remaining. One more column is RT minus S square. So if you have the chart with you, well and good, that will be better to understand this. So we have R here. So at 0, 0, what is the value of R? Minus 6. What is the value of S? 0. What is the value of T? Again 0. So what will be RT minus S minus 6? Sorry. The RT minus S square will be 36, which is greater than 0. What happens when RT minus S square is greater than 0? It may be maxima or minima. But then we will look at R. What is the value of R? R is less than 0. It means that 0, 0 is, yes, be quick with this. Look at the chart. What's the conclusion?
So minimum.
R less than 0 is minima?
So maxima.
Maxima. So note that you are looking at two columns. First of all, RT minus S square, If that is good, I mean, if it is greater than 0, then and then only we talk about R. You can look at the flow chart that we have seen just now. If this is greater than 0, then I have to talk about R, or else no conclusion. At 2 comma 0, the value of 2 comma 0, that will be 6. S is 0, the value of t 6. The RT minus S square 36, again greater than 0. Then we look at R. R is less than 0. Conclusion, minima. What about 1 comma 1?
Sir, R is greater than 0.
Greater than 0. So it is minima. So at 1 comma 1, R is 0. S is 6. And T is nothing but 0. What is RT minus S square? Minus 36. Less than 0. So saddle at 1 minus 1. R is 0. This is minus 6. This is 0. Again minus 36. Less than 0. It's that.
Thank you for the presentation.
Now what we can do is,
Ask something.
so we can find the maximum value as we are asked the maximum value. So I'll mention 0 comma 0 point of maxima
Anybody else?
with f max equal to, so in the equation you put 0 comma 0, so what we will get is the value 4. Similarly with this I can mention 2 comma 0 is point of minima, and f mean is 0. Take 2 minutes, read it carefully. If you have any problem, you can ask.
You also think that I would like to mention that he was not known to everyone. Of course, by after that movie, people came to know about
No problem.
yeah,
Fine.
what the latest say people in the known. And because after that
Example.
movie, people came to know about that. I would like to ask about prime numbers because most of the
Determine the points.
the prime numbers.
Determine
Do you know what are prime numbers and what is the largest prime number?
the points where the function x cubed
About the largest prime you know,
plus y cubed minus 3axy has maxima or minima. Okay, so try this.
okay, so I would suggest everybody to go to that puzzle you do. Okay, that is really interesting and you will find you will find it really difficult because I have tried couple of times. But
Take fx, equate it to 0. So we'll have 3x square minus 3ay equal to 0, comma. The other one, this is fx equal to 0, fy equal to 0. So that is going to be 3y square
so,
minus
yes,
3ax equal to 0.
solve those puzzles that
We will solve these two equations, equation 1
I think
and equation 2.
isn't it?
How can we solve? So say for an example, I'll put 3x square is equal to ay. This is from 1.
Some examples are in the
Put in 2. So in the second one, y square is equal to ax. So I'll have y raised to 4 is equal to a square x square. The value of x square is ay. So this will give me y common in bracket y cube minus a cube equal to 0. So we'll have y equal to 0 or y cube minus a cube equal to 0. Can you find the value of y where y cube minus a cube is 0?
A.
Other one, you should look, their power is 3. So logically you must have 3 roots.
So एक imaginary होगा.
So y minus a, and in the other one y square minus ay plus a square equal to 0. Actually this is the expansion, but this part, the second one, has complex roots. So we are not concerned about this as we are working in real domain. So I just need real numbers. Since this part has complex, I'll neglect this part. You can also do this using your calci. You can find out the roots of this, and you can just take y equal to a here. Okay, so y is equal to 0 or y is equal to a. So put y equal to 0 in x square equal to ay. We get x equal to 0. Then put y is equal to a in x square equal to ay. So we'll have x square is equal to a square, is x square minus a square equal to 0, which will give me x is equal to plus n minus a. Alright. So what are the points that you have got? 0, 0, a, 0, a, and minus a, a. I want you to do all the classification of this. Talk about 0, 0, a, and minus a. Make the table properly. Give the conclusions fast.
Sir, minima at a comma a.
Minima at
A comma a.
okay.
And other two are saddle points.
Other two, a minus a is saddle.
Sir, it's minus a, so it will be saddle, yes.
Okay. Fine. So 0, 0. This is saddle. E comma a. This is something. Third one is saddle. But look here, a comma a, rt minus s square is of course greater than 0. Okay. But what is the value of r that you get there? The value of r is 6a. It means that your solution depends on the value of a. If a becomes greater than 0, then it is minima. If a becomes less than 0, then it is maxima. So I'll write it down clearly over here. So R is equal to 6a. So on the right side, I'm writing if a is greater than 0, then a minimum. If a is less than 0, then a is having maximum. Fine. So you can try one example now completely from the start till the end. X square plus y square plus 6x plus 12. I won't do anything in this. Find the stationary points, declare maxima minima. This is a small example, it will hardly require 5 minutes.
You please tell me what is Lagrange's four square theorem? Statement of it.
Sir, minus 3, comma 0 minima.
Yes, sir. Minima.
Minima is minus.
Minus 3, comma 0.
minus 3 comma 0.
Oh, that is the
Yes, sir, minus.
only stationary point.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That is
Yes, sir.
the minimum value of 3.
What is the answer of that
Value.
7 problem? Was it possible to do so?
Fine. So let's make it a bit difficult now. This is the last example over here. Example. Discuss
Okay. So and that
maxima and minima of x cubed y square 1 minus x minus y. So what we have is f of x comma y is equal to x cubed y square 1 minus x minus y. So fx will be equal to
That is due to that 7 problem. Okay, that is
3
computed for graph
x
area.
square
And
y
three
square
research
in other bracket 1 minus x minus y plus x cube y square minus 1 equal to 0.
and those concepts are not actually difficult to
So
understand.
3 x square y square minus 3 x cube y square minus 3 x square y cube minus x cube y square equal to 0, which means that x cube y square will become 4. So 3x square y square minus 4 x cube y square minus 3x square y cube equal to 0. So again what I can do is I can take x square y square common here and in bracket 3 minus 4x minus 3y equal to 0. Similarly fy, what we will have 2x cube y square 2x cube y, the other bracket 1 minus x minus y plus x cube y square in bracket minus 1 equated to 0. That can be simplified further. So 2 x cube y minus 2 x raised to 4 y square y minus 2 x cube y square minus x cube y square equal to 0, which will mean that 2x cube y minus 2x raised to 4y minus 3x cube y square equated to 0.
Okay, fine. So
Take x cube y common. So in bracket we have 2 minus 2x minus 3y equated to 0. So this is a bit difficult here because you will get certain values from the first equation. So I'll call this equation number 1. I'll call this equation number 2. So from 1 we get x equal to 0, y equal to 0, and third one 3 minus 4x minus 3y equal to 0. From 2 we get x equal to 0, y equal to 0, and 2 minus 2x minus 3y equal to 0. So how can we get the station? I hope you are not writing so that I can rub this. Yes, tell me the stationary points now here. How can we get the stationary points in this?
So we can get the value of 3y from equation 1.
Look, how will you get? Okay, so 3y and substitute it in the second one. That's what you're saying.
Y equal to 1 by 3 and x equal to half.
Yes, exactly. So x equal to 0, y equal to 0. So that is one of the point. Okay. And the other one, we will solve these two linear equations. 3 minus 4x minus 3y equal to 0 and 2 minus 2x minus 3y equal to 0. solving this, we get x is equal to 1 by 2, y equal to 1 by 3. So the stationary points are 0, 0, 1 by 2, 1 by 3. Now we can simply go for the table.
Sir, there will be more as well, right? Substitute x equals 0 in the second equation.
Yes, exactly. So you can, put x equal to 0 in that linear equation. Then you can also put y equal to 0 in the
Yes,
second
so there
linear
will be 6
equation.
points. There will be 6 points.
Yes. So what are those points?
0, 0, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 0, 2 by 3, 1, 0, 0, 1, and 3 by 4, 0.
0, 1 by
0, 2 by 3,
2 by 3,
1, 0,
1, 0,
0, 1,
0, 1,
and 3 by 4, 0.
3 by 4, 0. So yes, but you will see that all of these turn out to be saddle points. Okay, but of course you are right, you will get these. So now look at the points. We need to write down R. What is the equation here so that it will be better to find out the value? So that is 6xy square, 6xy square minus 12x square y square minus 6xy cube. S is 6x square y minus 8x cube y minus 9x square y square. T. 2x cube minus 2x raised to 4 minus 6x cube y. What we need to look at? RT minus S square. So mention the points, find the values, declare maxima, minima, also declare maximum and minimum value. And see whether for all those 4 points which we have got, they can become saddle or not. Zero, 0, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 0, 2 by 3, 1, 0, 0, 1, 3 by 4, 0. At R and T. Whatever you do it now, I'll leave it up to you. So that is the end of our maxima and minima. In the next lecture, there is another method to find maxima. Simply the extreme value, which is called the Lagrange's method. So we'll see that in the next lecture. And fine. Our group activities will start, in the next week. So hopefully everyone has given their name and the mathematician. Please start preparing the presentations for it. I've already given you the things, those are to be included in your presentation. And in our regular lecture, maximum time for the presentation will be 10 minutes. Or even if you want to, minimum you should have 5, maximum 10. Should not cross 10 minutes.
Sir, actually, sir, I had a doubt. In tutorials, Even though I have attended all of them, my attendance is like 2/3 in tutorials.
Yes, don't worry, everyone has got it. I have done it intentionally. So don't worry about it for one session. No marks are being reduced there. Okay. One tutorial was actually conducted when this some work going on. So don't worry about it. In short,
Okay, sir.
everyone has got that thing, but you don't have to worry about it. Anything else?
Oh no, sir. That's it.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Put your name